And hello everyone, it's the last streaming of the pre-event of IndieX 2020. It's a special day, as you all know, because it's Rubber Chicken's 9th anniversary. And before I present you my honorable guest, I would like to ask you all to raise your glasses and let's cheer for the 9th anniversary of our favorite chicken. So 9 years. You're almost old enough to drink, Rubber Chicken. Don't forget that we have a special giveaway during this this streaming. Thanks to PlayStation Portugal, we have a copy of Ghost of Tsushima, which will be asking a small question, more or less in the middle of this streaming session. And you can check on our website how to apply to win that copy for a game that, for me, it's one of the best games of the year so far. So yeah, it's a nice way to celebrate the 9th anniversary of Rubber Chicken and the last warming session for IndieX 2020. And now, and last but not the least, I want to present you Grhyll, which is the gameplay programmer of the Game Bakers, the authors of games like Squid's Odyssey, which was, I believe, their first game, and then Fury. I believe that most of you read the article that Bernard Tavares wrote about the game a few years ago when the game was released. It was one of his favorite games of the year. And then we have Haven, which won the best game of IndieX 2020 with all the merit, of course, because it's a really impressive game. And I'm really happy to the possibility of playing the game and discussing the game with one of its authors, especially one day after you announced some cool news about the game, isn't it, Grhyll?
Yeah, we announced the release date yesterday. And so it's December the 3rd.
And we are really, really close to it, isn't it?
Yep.
So I believe that you might be on this finish line. You all must be nervous and sleepless and, well, with lots of things to finish. So I want to thank you again for taking 1 hour of your night to be with us. And yeah, let's dive into Haven, because I believe this version you're going to watch, it's a demo. It's different than the one that was playable at IndieX 2019. And for those who played the game last year, you'll notice some differences. And if you have any questions, please send us your questions here on the chat. Okay. So let me check. Haven is opening now. And we're going to dive in. Haven. Okay. So, something that I noticed, Grhyll. I didn't know that at the time the game was announced, which is, I don't know if everybody's listening because of the techno sound we're listening now. The game now has remote play together, which is a cool feature to be able to, someone with a copy to be able to play with
a It's really a Steam feature, so.
Yeah. So, here we have the couple, the famous couple that we met last year in the demo. That cool animation that was presented earlier wasn't part of the earlier build that you sent. And we're going to dive in the new game where we have more or less the context of what's happening with this couple, isn't it? Because the first time we see them, they are doing some maintenance on their ship. And before I dive into the game, I want to ask two things that I felt instantly when I played the game for the first time. The first one is this inspired by Namek from Dragon Ball? Because
Well,
the landscape...
I wouldn't.
What's that you got cooking?
I wouldn't be surprised if one of our artists has something for Dragon Ball, but I don't think it was part of the initial pitch. So
Okay. Because the first time I watched this, because of the color palette and the aspect of the plants, I was like, this is Namek. And there's something also that reminded me of Dragon Ball, which is the floating animation. I was like, yeah, this is... Someone really loves Dragon... I love Dragon Ball. I don't know if it's my brain that is instantly connecting Haven to Dragon Ball, or if there's some...
I hadn't thought about this personally, so...
Okay. Let me just correct something, because somebody is telling me that the audio is really high, so let me... Hope this is better. So we have this couple.
Apple stew with
It's U and K.
Didn't we have that yesterday?
No.
They are doing their usual chores. They are cooking a meal,
Yesterday it was baked apple dew.
and they are a bit
apple juice,
tired of eating apple dew, isn't it?
And the day before
yeah,
it was fried
they are
apple
being
juice.
stuck on this planet and they
With
don't
apple
have
juice.
much to make.
Sorry,
a lot of
I'm
food,
doing
so-
what I can to switch up, but in my defense, we have a pretty limited.
So to the people that is watching the game for the first time, does this will have any kind of these options for the dialogues? Will this have any repercussions in terms of the relationship before from U side or K side? Which the other answers, will it make any difference?
So, one important thing is that the player plays both characters.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's you or K answering, it's really the player's choice, and all the choices will have at least a small effect. You know, like the minimum is that the next lines of dialogue will depend on the choice you make, and some of them may have kinda bigger effects.
Okay. So I'm going on a more sympathetic answer. So no offense to
No
you. I don't want to
offense
fight.
to you. I'm just getting a little bit tired
Yeah,
of the apple
You is
juice.
tired of apple juice, and we'll know why
I guess
when
we'll
we
just
start
have to go for
exploring.
another forage. In case we oh, did you have a chance to look at the engine?
Yeah.
And
It does seem like it took some damage upon landing, but
Okay.
I should be able to fix that real quick.
I also have some good news. I'm going to answer as K to
I
you,
also have some good news.
What's that?
which
I
are...
love you.
Oh, he loves her. So, they are going to kiss now and take their time. One of my colleagues wanted me to ask you if the if the actors that recorded the voice acting,
Oh, with the lights off? Works for me.
if they had to mocap all the scenes or only the voice acting.
No, it was just the voices. We,
Just the voice.
we have our
No,
own
I didn't do
animators,
that.
and
Yeah. And they are
I
pretty
don't
creative.
know what animations exactly were
Must have run
mock-ups
out of
in
flat-
this.
Aren't you
Okay.
supposed to
Because,
charge the
Excuse me if I
One
was
of
working
our
on the
animators, the
engine.
main one,
I can't
Chris,
do
he has a
everything.
mock-up setup,
No
and so
worries.
some
I'll
of the
go get some
animations
if I'm
in game,
lucky, I'll
he
stump
did them
I'll come
in
with
his
you.
living room, and but this one I'm not sure.
So here we are, for the first time on the outside. In the outside, we see both characters. We have a small tutorial that shows us that we can play both of them. So we just press down on the D-pad and we can change to control U or K. Walk, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. And we're almost entering the pretty cool part of their movement, which is the glide. Which is a pretty cool feature. Oh, okay. They can also U-turn if we press the left stick to the back. they can instantly do a U-turn with a pretty cool animation. You know, something that most of the visitors we had last year were told
Over
us
there, a
they
flow
really
thread.
like the sense of liberty that the game gave them. So we just arrived to the first
Whoops.
what is it called?
Try
Our
again?
first nodule, our first thread, and we need to capture it.
Yes. Just like
And
that.
to capture it, we just need to follow the path.
Although it seems like one thread won't be
So,
enough.
and this thread
No
is like
worries, we'll find others.
their fuel.
How many more do you think we need?
Is that the way it works in this,
I
this
don't
world?
know. 3?
Yeah,
Maybe
kinda.
4?
You gather. It's called flow.
The
So
flow, yeah.
those are flow
Good
threads.
thing there are
And
plenty of
it's
flow threads around here.
the energy. It's like the fuel of the ship here.
We can also drift, because if you were checking my glide, I was having some difficulty doing some close turns, but we can easily do it with LT, and it's pretty cool. But there was something they were able to do on the demo. I can't remember how to do it, which is to hold hands.
It just happens when you
Oh, yeah.
when you glide quietly with both characters on a straight line.
So they in a straight line. I want to show our viewers this. So she comes. Oh yeah, because one of them approaches automatically the other one to try to hold hands. Okay. So we
One or
get
two more threads, and we'll be all set.
we need 2 more threads to threads of flow, and then we can go back to our ship. Although we still don't know why we're stranded here.
Well, that was a bust. We were too slow.
Oh.
No biggie. Plenty of threads out there.
Okay, another one. So, Grills,
All right,
Grill,
I'm all charged up.
you're the gameplay programmer,
go when
isn't
you're
it?
ready.
Yep, absolutely.
What kind of difficulties you felt, or what kind of things you had to improve in terms of programming to on this game? What kind of difficulties you find comparing to your previous games?
Well,
More
a lot
challenges.
of new things, because on Fury, for example, I handled like the AI of the bosses, so
Okay.
it was quite specific, and it was a lot of tools in order for the combat designer to be able to really trick the bosses and
I'm taking
have
the
all the
lead.
behaviors they wanted. And on Haven, I did like the 3Cs, among other things. So that's like the characters, the control, and the camera. And on a game in 3D like this, with like the move set
All
is
good.
pretty
This should last us
peculiar.
a few days.
It's
Now it's
not
our turn to fill
something
Huh?
extremely usual,
I'm hungry.
and it was fascinating for me to learn a lot about this, and especially on the camera. I spent so much time trying to have it as good as I wanted. There are already some improvements that are not in the demo right now, but will be in the final game. So yeah, it was a lot of things to learn for me, but really cool things.
Did you feel that was hard to balance speed and control for the characters? Because I think their movement, their glide is somewhat different from the original version I played. Now it feels tighter to glide with them.
I often make small adjustments based on the feedback we receive, and also I do have my own like mental list about all the things that I would like to improve, all the small details. So it's pretty cool when I have some free time. I just go and do those.
So now we're on this cook screen. We have to keep the couple alive with nutrients, and
I'm happy.
what
It's like in Haven, the characters, they take levels, like not only when they fight, but also when they cook together, when they eat, and when they just spend time together. So it's basically one of the main things to do in the game.
Do you encourage us to find your recipes?
Soon the cookbook.
Okay. Or to fail hard trying to find your recipes.
Done.
So they know.
Apple do stew with apple.
I can't
Yeah.
tell if you're actually excited or if you just enjoy seeing me
Something I
suffer.
missed when I was exploring. I should have shown our viewers that is that you have apple juice on the through your landscape, and when you pick some, usually you complains to Kay. Is it like, oh, again apple juice? I'm so tired of eating apple juice.
How long do you think this is gonna last?
The flow?
Yeah, I think
Once we keep our
that's something
consumption in
that's
check, I think a
really
few days.
great about the game, and I can say this because
No,
I'm not
how
in
long
charge
until
of
they
this
come get
part.
us?
Okay.
But it's really the dialogues between the two. It's super relatable,
Yeah.
and they are super cute, and it's like,
Do we have
you know,
to
it's
talk about
mature.
this?
It's not too. It's a bit cheesy sometimes, but not too much.
Yeah.
I really enjoy just reading them talking, or
We
yeah,
are going
I
to at some point.
I also think that, especially because you don't feel like both characters are cartoonized version of a couple, like their dialogues are, yeah. Maybe if someone was recording our dialogues with our significant others, they might like cheesy for some people. So, but also, like you said, relatable and in a way realistic. And it's a cool thing to.
We need to be
Good thing
prepared.
to have.
We need a plan.
I'm planning on finishing my plate without hearing about the apiary. Is that okay?
So at this moment, we have no idea who they are, where are they from, why they are stranded in this planet.
Okay.
We're just having these small hints of the apiary. Okay, and this.
FYI, you are the one that ruined the mood, not me.
By the way, could I have changed the outcome of this dialogue? Because now you is kind of pissed at K. Could I have done something to avoid that?
well, you'll have to start the demo again to know.
Okay. So we have our ship. We know there we can cook, and
You.
let's sleep.
All right, let's talk
Oh,
about it.
they are going to have
Fine.
bedtime discussion.
I was just gonna ask if you could switch off the.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You've been mulling it over this whole time?
Cool voice acting, by the way.
of course I've been mulling it over this whole time. Thank you for adding one more thing.
Hold on. Are you telling me you hadn't thought about it?
You know what? No,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to think about the apiary. Enjoy, even if it isn't much.
By the way, how long is the expectable or the average playthrough of Haven? Have you checked it?
Do you really think
We could take the.
there's no way they can know where
I'm
we
sorry,
are?
I'm not really good with this kind of information.
Even the landing
So
was
I.
Just saying.
A good answer is like,
for the worst.
people, go buy
Say.
this December the 3rd and check for yourself. It's a good answer.
I think it's about like 12 hours, something like that. But don't take my word on it.
Okay. Okay, so the answers are, at worst I kill them, at worst I kill myself. Okay, at worst I kill myself.
At worst, I kill myself.
You.
Whoa.
How can you even
I
say
believe
that?
they are not going to have sex this night after this kind of dialogue.
What?
So,
Do you think I'll let them take me? You can do what you want?
We could also.
Oh. Hiding is good too. It's even
Okay.
better because then I don't die. Aren't you the smart one? Come on. I promise I won't kill my. Just in case you have a better idea.
That's not funny, you.
50% of this planet's inhabitants think it's funny. I guess we'll never know who's right. Snuggle?
I'm not sure you deserve it.
oh. Oh, I thought Kay was going to give her a cold shoulder, but he didn't. Okay. So they are hugging. And it's another day. We're going to another day. So most of all, do
You
you
aren't dressed yet?
would you describe Haven as a life simulator? I know the term is kind of cheesy in itself, but Do you think the focus are the characters or the rest?
I put on my pajamas.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
focus
mean,
on the
to get
characters,
out.
but
Well,
also
see,
the
I
game
was just
won't be
wondering,
just
do we have to get out?
a succession of days in the
Can't we just
nest.
hang
There
in the
are
nest
so
for
many
once?
things that will happen
Lounge
that
around, read a book,
it's also
watch a
very,
movie.
you know, an
Don't have
adventure.
movies.
Right, sure. But
You can stay
Because
if
we're
you
now
want.
at the perfect time for life simulators, especially during a pandemic where Animal Crossing sold like like water in the desert.
You get some rest.
I
and
think
I'll
everybody
gather
needs to kind
provisions.
of
I don't mind.
slow down and enjoy something, or try to live another person's life to
but
to
staying here
forget
alone sucks.
what's going on with ours.
So
Okay.
you'll come.
Yeah,
Or
that's also one
you
of the
could
goals
stay.
of the
And
game.
you
Like,
go
you
get
know,
food.
you come back from work
No,
and
then
you're tired and you just want
Alright.
to
Never mind.
think about something else, and you can launch the game and play half an hour and just be in this weird, eerie world.
Yeah. So I just checked on the bathroom. You can heal your wounds, and by the way, who are we? Because we are at this moment we're not the character. The first time I played this, I was expecting we were controlling one of them. I was like, who are we? We're like an entity.
Yeah. I don't have a better
Do you
answer
remember where
than
the
that.
Applebee's were?
Can we try and pick something else for a change?
Okay, so here she is. She's not. Yeah, here we have apple juice again.
Apple juice again.
Yeah, I knew that.
Who knows how long
You
we're
was
going
going
to
to say
be stuck
that.
here? We might as well stock up.
So let's explore a bit of this planet. Check what kind of dangers we have. I was checking the sphere we have on the top left corner of our screen, which fills up when you have flow. You have a limit. You can't
Yeah.
take too much of it, like horde.
Yeah, no, it's capped.
Okay. So, let me try to get out of this.
Is it me
Oh.
or is the ground shaking?
Okay, so now the ground is shaking. I was going to ask you for directions to get
It's
to another
shaking.
place. Yeah, it's shaking. It's shaking a lot. Here they are. Hmm. By the way, how many are you at the Game Bakers? How many people were developing Halo?
Right now, full time, we are around 15 people, I think.
Okay.
But
Seems like
there has been a lot of other people, like
anything
not
broken?
full time, working
No,
on
I
the
don't
game.
think so.
I couldn't say how many people exactly worked on
Well-
the game at some point, but it's more than 15.
Yeah, but
By the way, I recently watched a series that which was Raised by Wolves on HBO.
Yeah.
And I was watching it. I instantly said to my wife, like, I think I played this last year at IndieX. So, especially because your ship is called Nest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
such as
Nice
I don't
coincidence.
know.
Okay. I don't want to be stuck here.
I don't want to be stuck. It sucks.
Me neither. That's why we'll have to find something.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's open up the world to our viewers. I know we don't have much time to explore much of the game, but hope everyone gets curious enough to go try them for themselves starting December the 3rd. By the way, you just announced you're going to release for PC and which
the
platforms?
release for December the 3rd is PC, PS5, and Xbox One and Series.
Okay. Any
And
reason why
PS4
PS4 is out of the release schedule?
Yeah, it was just a matter of time. We had to make some choices
Yeah.
in order to to release the game, but it will come soon, early next year.
Okay, so now apparently I'm stuck on this these planes, and I
You
want.
find
Sorry,
the blue bubbles.
It isn't ripe yet.
the what? The what? Sorry.
The blue bubbles on one side, on the
Okay.
edge.
I think I haven't searched enough. Not here.
I,
Oh, yeah.
I think. Call me crazy, but this looks like a.
Yep.
Okay.
It looks
A flow
kind of like
bridge.
the one we took to get here, but small.
Is that possible?
Why not?
Why not?
Currently, we know nothing on
We still
why
don't
they are
really
here.
know
So
how the flow bridge, but if the phenomenon can happen on a macro scale, if there can be flow between two planets, why not two?
Okay.
okay.
If this really is a flow bridge,
What?
flow bridges are linking one place to. So this one.
Did you have
definitely
another
leads
mechanical
someplace.
ideas for the game that you ended up
Wait, you want to just
leaving
get
off
on there without knowing
the
where
final
it goes.
version?
It goes elsewhere. I think that's as good a start as any.
I can't think of anything big like that. Obviously, there are a lot of small things that could be in the game, but that
Do we have
Oh,
everyone
but-
okay?
Here, looks like
Yeah. If there are
No.
any others like that.
not a big thing.
Okay. So I just reached a new area. I have some kind of.
Watch out. I'm not sure our boots will fare too well in the
Okay.
water.
I'm now swimming and I'm close to reactor.
No way. They're waterproof.
Is this a
But
reactor?
you won't
I don't
exactly
know.
grip the track
The,
underwater.
the planet was supposed to be inhabited, so let's see what we have here. And in terms of the glide effect, how hard was for you to find that sweet spot
Do you see what I'm seeing?
and have the team happy with the controls of it?
Yeah, I think we are mostly
Is that
happy.
good news?
I mean, it's a kind of thing that can always
Unless you're
be a
looking
bit better.
for the movements of the
Always tiny
lizard
details at least that
spread
could
as
be
far as what the
improved.
lizard is gaining.
But right now, I think it's enough to convey
Maybe it
like
has bad
that
hygiene.
cool feeling
Maybe what you
that we
call
wanted to
symbiosis
give,
is
like
just a
you're skiing and
That's
you're
a
with your
possibility.
partner
We'd
and
have to get a
you're
sample
free in the tall grass.
Touch
Yeah.
one of those much ever.
I haven't played it with another person. Do you believe that playing by yourself or playing with someone else makes for a really different experience?
I guess it's different, but the game at its core, we made it as a solo game, and it's just like you can play co-op, but it's not required to have another person.
So your initial vision is this is
Have you ever seen?
No.
a single player game that you were able to pass it with or play through with another person.
Yep.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Why should I?
You're, and also,
That's why I asked
if
you.
won't do
The
it
first
for
question I
us,
asked you
Okay,
about this
percent.
game during this stream is
it
I
that
was
let me taste.
surprised when I installed the demo
Oh,
and I
yeah.
got the pop-up
These
for
are good,
remote play
actually.
together. Because I always thought the game was I never thought it about like a co-op
You really
game.
off we go.
And when I saw it, I
Let's
was like,
pick
yeah, it
these.
makes sense because you have two characters.
You apple dudes.
But what
Yeah,
kind of autonomy they have when you play in co-op version?
Sorry?
What kind of autonomy they have when, since each player is controlling them separately?
When you're walking, it's just equal, and when one of the players starts gliding, then the other player follows, but anyone can take the lead anytime.
Okay. Do we have some kind of penalty for not feeding them accordingly?
If if you don't feed them, they're gonna complain a lot.
Okay, but they
Especially
won't.
you.
Yeah, but she complains a lot actually. This
No.
wasn't at all a sexist remark. The fact is, if you've been playing this, she has been complaining a lot about the apple juice. Kay is
Yeah.
more like, yeah, we have this to eat, so yeah, let's eat whatever we have.
Wow.
Yeah, she likes to eat well.
Actually, what?
We should take a closer look.
But we don't have a mechanical penalty for not feeding them, like losing stats or having
I
them.
don't think fragmented, but some of the action in fight are slower,
Okay.
and you have some other small penalties. But at some point you will have to feed them anyway. It wouldn't be nice otherwise.
Let me see if I will get hurt.
Any idea what's underneath
no.
our feet, Mr.
Not really. I don't know what's this. Yeah.
Not. It looks like a dust deposition. Some
Okay.
kind of. And it looks like this kind of rust is particular.
What?
Look beneath
Let
your
me
feet.
check.
Oh, there's vegetation underneath.
Mhm.
It was probably smothered.
Good thing we came this way.
That
So
way.
we just
Look.
came in contact for the first time with this
Even
kind
the
of
apple juice shrubs are
corruption the planet
completely
has.
covered.
I hope this one will yield some nice and juicy fruit to thank us.
Great. We can bring that back to the nest.
And
to study.
we, after cleaning this, we got some materials to bring to our ship. Fine rust. Let's see what we can craft with this. Maybe we can eat that with apple dew and have it taste something different.
No. I don't advise eating rust with apple juice.
Not even in in real life. Don't eat rust. It's bad to your health. So I'm seeing a creature, and I'm going towards it because I think it's cool to go towards it. Yes. Hold to charge an order. So we now we
Seems
enter
like my
this
attacks aren't landing.
turn-based.
Maybe if we both attacked at the same time.
Not
Oh,
really
no.
turn-based. It's a mix of turn-based and
You
real
could have
time.
waited for me to attack.
So we can
okay?
attack with them at the same time. Mechanically, we can use the D-pad.
Missed.
If you watch your controllers,
It
the
seems
idea
like
is
my
that
attacks aren't landing.
your D-pad controls
we both attack at the
the
same
cross of skills from K, and your 4 buttons will control the attacks for you, and you can charge them at the same time. And you have this mini game. You have
Think
to
we found the right technique.
To hit at the same time when the circle goes close to it. So
Also, we started with the boss. There were smaller enemies.
so now my boots are yellow, so I believe I'm getting my ass kicked.
Same attack, same time.
Yeah,
He's too
gently.
impervious.
Yeah, but
We
his
should
HP
coordinate our attacks.
is down, so that's.
You got this?
You bet
So
I do.
after yellow is red, and we're dead.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, not dead. You're gonna
okay.
wake up by the day in the
Looks
nest.
bad.
Or not right now, of course.
Mechanically, what is avoiding me of spamming? This isn't turn-based. This is some kind
You
of.
want some more?
This is a real-time
Little help here?
attack.
Yeah, it's mostly real time, but this enemy is a bit different
Alright,
from
same attack on
the
3.
tiny one because
Same attack,
he's
same
barely
time.
hurt by
He's too
solo attacks, so you
impervious.
have really to do duo
Missed.
attacks in order to get
Alright,
him.
same attack
And also
on
we have
3.
some strong attacks, so it's
Same
recommended
attack,
to
same
have
time.
one of
Didn't
the
flinch.
characters shielding
Could have waited
Yeah.
for me to
when he
miss.
attacks.
He's too impervious.
We should cool.
Same attack, same time. Alright, same attack on 3.
Okay, so now I
3.
oh, it looked like I lost you, but
He's too impervious.
We should coordinate our attacks.
I think I should have read the tutorial for the combat.
Okay.
Okay, so now I can try to help her, and here I am.
Easy now.
Okay.
I'm feeling dizzy.
But you
Same
have to
attack,
release
same
the duo
It seems like my attacks aren't
thing
landing.
when
Maybe
The
if we
blue
both
wedge
attacked at
isn't,
the same time.
Sorry, can you? Oh.
it's hard because
Loot!
Yeah, you're
don't
watching
know.
it with the delay.
yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Missed. Alright,
Okay, so
same
you-
attack on 3.
You're telling me I have to release on the when we have the blue
Don't give
aspects
up.
of
doing my best.
our circle. Yeah.
You!
Oh yeah. This is a spoiler for you, but I just I just defeated him. And I am pacifying the creature.
Kapow!
Who's next?
That's how we rock.
Oh yeah. So corruption is yeah, corrupting obviously the creatures, and we have to kick their ass and then pacify them.
Yeah, that's it.
And I just defeated
Nuts?
the
Are
boss.
we the lucky? You've never heard of?
Yep,
They're
but
one of the
it's
most.
not like
25%
in the real game. He won't be at this
That adds up
point.
to
priests.
It's like a
Great mystery.
condensed
You're pulling my
experience
leg,
for the
aren't
demo.
you?
Maybe, but once you have a taste.
So
of
I'm
my-
supposed to find a smaller creature before I encounter this behemoth. So maybe
Yeah.
it's a good idea to go to our ship and see how they heal after this, I guess. Just 1 second. We have a map. This is some cool feature I noticed when I was playing the demo. I don't recall if this was on the last year's demo. You have a log for their
Yeah, it may be
conversations.
new.
Do I have a map somewhere?
Not right now.
Okay, so I'll try to navigate. I guess we're pretty close to getting there. Okay, so it's my first flow bridge, and I like the Did you add more of those kind of mini games during the combat, or are they more or less similar across the game? Like you have those mini games like hitting the skills close to the blue points of the circle to get the
There is a
attacks.
bit more to it, but it's not like
Nope.
the fight is
I'm
on
not
the
going back
main
there.
part of the game, you know, it stays.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. I believe we're going to get some new skills, maybe new attacks on the course of the game.
There is a bit of evolution, but
Okay.
no, it's not like a game with 100 attacks or
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that.
Okay. Because I don't have the chat open, so I don't know if
Nope.
people are asking stuff,
not going
and if
back
they
there.
are. Sorry, I was too stuck with with the game. I was really focused on the game to watch it. But what I'm going to do now maybe is to check if people are saying something and if they want to ask us anything. Let me check. Is the chat silent? Because I was completely blind. That's the problem of doing this for the first time after 2 years. I completely forgot I should have somewhere a window with my with the chat going. So I'm sorry everyone, I wasn't reading the chat. Can you now give us the questions for Grhyll especially? I know there are some fans of the Game Bakers around, and some players that really loved Fury, and some players that loved Haven last year at IndieX. So, oh, people were already bashing me for for not reading the chat. I'm sorry. Okay, we have a question. Grhyll, do you know if your entire soundtrack is composed by Danger, or is it a mix of artists like Fun?
I'm not sure if it's 100% Danger, but I'm pretty sure it's at least mainly Danger, and it's probably entirely him.
Okay. Is the soundtrack going to be available to buy, for example, at Steam?
Yeah, I do think so.
Okay, that's a good idea because I was loving the soundtrack. I don't know if you listen to the initial song, that really techno music with the cool animation. It was a cool song. I have another question here. Can you describe us the leveling system, because we didn't have much time to dive into it? Can you tell us how is it going to work?
I don't really want to spoil the details,
Okay.
but yeah, it's when you do stuff together, when you eat, when you talk, when you discover new stuff, you gain some experience, and then at some point you can level up, and like you're gonna hit a bit harder in fight or things like that.
Okay. I have another question. I know already you weren't going to tell me it's Dragon Ball, although I forgot to tell you the ships also remind me of the ships from Dragon Ball. So I will ask you later on another day if your artists are really into Akira Toriyama, and if they are, yeah, they should be. But we have a question here. What is your if you could point out what was the team's main inspiration for Haven? Can you point it out for, I don't know, anime series or movies or video games? When you had your initial brainstorm, what were you aiming to find?
It's kind of hard for me to answer because I'm a programmer as a game maker, so I wasn't really here during the brainstorming sessions. So I don't want to say anything that wouldn't be true to like Emmerich's or Audrey's vision.
By the way, a follow up on the soundtrack question. The soundtrack is on YouTube and it is now posted by Shiryu on our chat. So thank you. Grylls, what kind of thoughts or feelings did you at the Game Bakers want to provoke players with Haven?
It's kind of fun because Haven is like a U-turn from Fury, and yet it's a bit the same kind of quest. It's a quest for freedom, and it's also a lot about love in Haven, a lot more than in Fury. But yeah, it's really, what will you do for love? How far are you willing to go to keep that freedom of staying with the person you love?
Even in dire times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I promised I was going to surprise everyone amidst this streaming with the question to get the copy of Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm going to ask it now. Please read the rules for this giveaway on Robot Chicken's website. But the question you have to answer is, what were the 2 previous games released by the Game Bakers? Please send us the name of the 2 games that were previously released by Game Bakers, obviously before Haven, and send them to press@robotchicken.com and follow all the rules that are asked at our website. Do you guys want to ask something else to Grhyll? And since he's here and we have the possibility of having a conversation with the grand winners of IndieX 2019. Does anyone else want to ask something about this game? That some people are telling, and they are right, that the game looks really, really cool. We felt it instantly when we met the game last year when you submitted the game for our IndieX 2019, and the game really, really indeed looks great. Does anyone else? Okay, we have a 3 question, and I think this is this is a hard one. So, do you think that Haven is being postponed on Switch to coincide with the release of the Switch Pro? Who's telling you that Switch Pro exists, Shiryu?
Yeah, I wasn't aware of Switch Pro, so I think not. But yeah, who knows? But I don't think so.
We have here a question that I will change. Okay, Nuno Marx is asking you if you have any stories you want any funny or sad stories you want to share about the development of this game that you could share with us. But I want to ask you another thing. On the last few months of development of your last game, we had a pandemic, and from what you told me, you were working from home separately. How was the experience of getting a pandemic in the midst of your later release months for Haven?
Well, I'm probably one of the worst person in the team to answer that question, because I've always been working from home, and I live in the countryside, and I'm really isolated. So for me, it changes almost nothing.
Because
For
the
me
rest
personally, I mean.
the rest of the team is from Montpellier, which is
There's
a
a
big
part of the
city.
team in Montpellier, but we also have people like in Sweden and in Canada, and
Oh,
where there's a bit of people everywhere. Not everywhere, but in a lot of places in the world.
so you already had a vaccine prepared to keep on working even separated, because most of you were already separated, wasn't it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I believe that we can wrap it up now. Grhyll, really thank you for being with us this night.
Thank you for
Congratulations
having me.
against to you and the rest of the Game Bakers team. We believe you're a really talented studio. You've, with each new release, you've been showing uh, a maturity in terms of your talent and the quality of the games you're releasing. Fury was already a great game. Squid's Odyssey was a fun game. I played it a lot, completely different from Fury. And now we have Haven, which I believe it's a really solid and an awesome contender for one of the most creative and best indie games from 2020. So congratulations. Okay.
Thanks.
Well, this is it. This is the last streaming session before IndieX 2020 officially starts next Sunday. Please check our schedule on our website, and it's good to be back on streaming with everyone, every single one of you. Sorry for all the mistakes, especially not reading not reading the chat. I will hopefully try to remember that for the next. No, you're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. Uh, try to remember this on the next chat. Then again, Grhyll, thanks a lot, and looking forward to playing the final version of Haven. And good night. Thank you. Goodbye to everyone.
Thank you.